Hi guys, it's Granny, and it's Sunday. It's a beautiful Sunday. One more beautiful sunny day. I keep thinking fall is here, and then the sun will turn around and surprise me and just provide a beautiful, sunny, warm, wonderful day. So I'm enjoying that. And I fired some pottery yesterday, and guess what? 100% success. That's almost unheard of. It was a miracle. Would you like to see? Only 4 items, but they're 4 kind of nice items. I have this little vase, cup, whatever you want to call it. This is a seed pot. It's for holding seeds. This is just an apple bowl. I don't know, I call them apple. God, my nails are so purple. I was oil painting yesterday and I turned my fingernails purple. Look at them, that's awful. And I went to church like that, but whatever. So yeah, this is an apple pot. And they're shiny like an apple too. And then this little bear, Michael says he looks like a pig. Does he look like a pig? He does kind of look like a pig, but that's okay. We don't care. So yeah, 100% success. Nothing blew up. Yay. So this is my pit. It's less than a foot wide on each side, so it's quite small. I can only do small pieces. But I just kind of dug a hole and I lined it with some brick. And then when I'm ready to fire, I put my pieces down in there. And then I cover them or surround them with a whole bunch of sticks and leaves and little dead stuff just all around them. That helps to get the blackening. So once I've got them in there and they're all cozy and wrapped up, then I cover the entire thing with more leaves and dirt and ash and just kind of make a mound over it. Then I put one of these grates over the top and build my fire on top of that. And slowly but surely, that little pit down there gets very hot. And when it reaches about, I don't know, I guess 900 degrees, something like that, it hardens the pottery. And small pieces take probably an hour. Larger pieces can take hours and hours and hours. But I only do small pieces, so it's not a real long process. Yeah, so when they're all done, then you wait until the next morning when everything's really nice and cool, and you very carefully dig them out of all that ash and dust them off, and there you go. So yay, I think I've finally got a process that's a little more reliable. Yay. I was thinking about going out kayaking this afternoon. I guess I still might, but part of me is just really enjoying just being at home. I would like to go camping this week though. I'm thinking of taking the kayak out and stuffing a backpack, throwing my tent in there, and finding some cool little place. Maybe that island that already had a fire pit set up and everything. That was pretty cool, huh? Yeah. Except for the thing about that spot, that little spot on that little island, is that you can't take your kayak very far from there in either direction, because there's little rapids and shallows, and it's awkward. So you kind of wind up paddling back and forth over the same 500-yard stretch, which is kind of boring. So I don't know, I might find somewhere else. I might actually just take out a campsite in a campground that has beach access, and I don't know, I'm going to spend the next couple of days looking into it And you know if I go camping, you're going with me. You are going with me. How's your Sunday going, Maya? Pretty good? You just feel like hanging out at home too, huh? Are you camera shy all of a sudden? I'll take my picture, paparazzi. What? What do you see? What do you see? What do you see? Go get it. Go get it. What do you see? What do you see? You got a big stick? You got a big stick? Oh, look at that big stick. You're just too cool for school. No, you're not going to bury it? Did you change your mind after you dug all that big, deep hole? Wasn't just... Where are you going to put it? What are you going to do with it? So, down to the order of business for the day. What I really wanted to do with this vlog was I wanted to share with you a little bit about the flavor of my faith and like what my faith journey has been, at least in the last 20 years or so. And I'm not going to give you 20 years worth of information, don't worry. But I did want to share this with you. I grew up as a little Presbyterian. My parents did not attend church. I think I've told you before that they would kind of stay home and have Bloody Marys and send me off to Sunday school. And I loved it. I mean, I really loved the church. When I was a teenager, I joined the adult choir and sang every Sunday with the church. Then I grew up and I got married in that same church. It was kind of one of those hurry-up weddings because I was pregnant. But in any case, my husband and I went off. We started our little lives. We made babies. He was not a churchgoer. So church attendance was not really a part of our lives together. Later on, after that marriage ended, I started taking my children to church because I didn't have anybody telling me not to. So we started attending a little church in Oakland, and it was, again, I'm pretty sure it was a Presbyterian church. And we attended there probably for about a year. Then my parents passed away, and I inherited some money. And all of a sudden, instead of being a little welfare mom struggling with 2 kids, all of a sudden I was able to buy them every newfangled toy that they wanted. I bought me every newfangled toy that I wanted. I should have bought a house. I didn't. I just kept paying rent. In any case, that's a whole story unto itself. Those whole 2 years of actually having money and having no idea how to handle it. Anyway, at the end of those 2 years, a series of poor choices and events left me broke. I was completely broke, couldn't pay the rent, and we were about to become homeless. I felt very let down by God. That was just, it was the headspace I was in. I was still pretty immature. And that was, my understanding was that, something wrong was being done to me. I wasn't blaming myself for my mistakes so much as I was blaming, the universe, God, fate, whatever. It wasn't my fault. In any case, I remember being outside my house one day, and I really felt like I had lost my faith. like the God that I had grown up with, that guy with the long white beard sitting on a cloud and a pair of sandals, Jesus's dad. I couldn't believe in him anymore. Maybe I had grown past that vision of God and I didn't have a new one yet. In any case, I remember being outside my house and crying and crying and crying and saying, God, I just can't believe in you anymore. I can't. Nothing about God made sense to me. He couldn't have been the God that I grew up with, who was there to protect me, and I was the apple of his eye, and he loved me unconditionally, and he would see me through the storms of life. And this experience that I was having was so raw and so real that immature picture of God just didn't fit in it. So here I am outside my house, yelling into the sky, God, I can't believe in you anymore. And it was almost like a divorce statement. Like I was saying, I'm done. I'm done with this belief stuff, because whatever it was I believed in, it doesn't make sense to me anymore. It's not that simple. And so I can't believe in you anymore. And what I heard back was so amazing, and I swear it didn't come from me, and I didn't hear it with my regular ears. I did not hallucinate. This was heard in my spirit and in my soul, and I heard the words, if you can't believe in me, then who are you talking to? What? And I realized at that moment that God was there even when I didn't believe in him. I realized at that moment that I couldn't get rid of God. I realized at that moment that God was such a part of me, such a part of my universe, and such a part of my soul, that it was inseparable from who I was. And I entered into a new kind of faith that day. I no longer believe in the old guy on the cloud in sandals and a robe. He's a childhood fantasy. But I do believe in God. And I don't think God is anything like any of us have ever pictured him. He's way beyond that. And I think more than we realize, he's in us. He's in us. So that's my Sunday share, Sunday sermon, Sunday whatever for today. I don't know. I just felt like I kind of wanted to share the little corner that I inhabit spiritually. It's a weird little corner, but I like it. It's comfortable. I feel like it's real. Hey, you guys. Stay happy. Stay healthy. Don't forget, God loves you. So do I. See you soon. Bye.